Hi, I'm Jay Seidel with the Habra Journal, and I'm joined by Don Holthouser, who's running for the Habra City Council. Don, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Jay.
First question, what made you want to run for City Council, and what are some of your qualifications?
Okay, so I've lived in La Habra for over 20 years, and actually I've been thinking about City Council for longer than most people realize, unless it's been my husband or my close friends are the only ones that I've shared it with. And I'd say probably, 10 years ago or so, my husband and I were driving through La Habra, and we saw a development. And I said, one day I'm going to run for council, and because I want to be a part of this. And little did I know that 10 years later, I would be here. I've always been a volunteer in the community, whether it's through the schools, Lions Club, my church. And then also, I've always worked in La Habra for the most part. And so I've really gotten to know the residents in La Habra, the needs, seeing the things that have worked and other things that, maybe needed a little work. And then also, I spent some time working with the La Habra Chamber of Commerce. And that is really where I got plugged into the business community. I had my own home-based business, and like I said, I've worked in La Habra, but that really gave me the opportunity to get to know the business owners and the managers like myself. One of the things that I was involved in was the We Shop La Habra banner program. So that's something that Mark and I worked closely with, and I was responsible for the implementation of that. So something that I'm proud of. And then also the Citrus Fair and being involved with the different events that La Habra does so well. So not only did it help me and give me the opportunity to get to know the business people, but also to work with the city. So one of the things that we did with the Community Development Ad Hoc Committee is I was able to go out with different members of the chamber and with the council, and we would go and visit the business owners and find out what their needs were, if they had any questions, and really help them get plugged into the community.
What about some of your qualifications?
So through that, and I served on the beautification committee for the chamber, and then also was appointed to planning commissioner, which I'm currently serving. So that has given me the experience to get to know the development end of it. Now, I work for a general contractor, so then I see both sides, what it takes to get a building permit, and then afterwards, the development also.
Okay, that's always good to see both sides of everything, so that's pretty well-rounded. Since you've been a resident of La Habra and kind of seen La Habra grow and been active in the community, where do you see La Habra now, and where do you possibly see La Habra going?
Okay, so right now I believe is an exciting time for La Habra. We're going through a transition. There's a lot of development that's starting to happen. We still have a ways to go. So what I would like to see is a place where people, families, couples can spend a night out. They don't have to go to surrounding communities, that they can, go to dinner, have a night out right here in La Habra. Because I believe that's something that's needed. We're starting to get there, and we have great events, and that draws the surrounding communities to La Habra to enjoy that. But that's, for a weekend. But that nightly and even daytime, because our daytime population is something that really needs to be improved on.
Yeah, people sometimes forget about that. They focus on, like, for example, like a Brea or a Whittier or Fullerton, focus on the nightlife or attracting people, during those peak hours and those kinds. But then the daytime, the shoppers and the people that want to do stuff in the parks and use facilities are sometimes forgotten. So,
right.
So that's good. Now, with going for city council, one of the things that many cities deal with on a regular basis and are concerned with, and residents are concerned with, is public safety. So, with 2 recent burglaries at Central Drugs, and then a slight peak in property crime and property theft. It's kind of unrattled some nerves of residents. So coming into City Council, what would you do to help calm the nerves and work with public safety to ensure that La Habra is a safe community?
Okay, right. So, and when things like that happen, because La Habra is a smaller community, we're a bedroom community, that when incidents like that happen, it's noticeable. Everybody knows about it. So I believe it's important for our community to be informed and involved. Our police officers do a great job. And like I said, safety is first and foremost. So just using the social media to inform people and in their language also, so that they know what's going on and they're informed. And then also to be involved. You know, one of the things that the police department offers is the Citizens Police Academy. And that is a great opportunity for the public to come and spend a few weeks and each week learn about a different area of the police department. And then, and then also in that involvement, you know, when they see something, they need to say something.
Yeah, it's good to have an engaged community. And then that Citizens Police Academy is something that really is unique. I mean, not all cities offer that, but it allows an insight for citizens and residents to see what police deal with. Mm-hmm. And also, I know with the fire department as well, you know, we have a pretty good deal with the fire department. Mm-hmm. The other question I want to have is, there's a lot of development in La Habra. As you drive around, you see Cerveto with the larger homes, and then you have the apartments that are going in on Beach Boulevard, and a lot of infill residential areas that are happening throughout the city. Mm-hmm. And while that's great, you still drive around and there's some vacant commercial properties, like along what used to be the car wash up along Whittier Boulevard and the Birch Ford property, and some of these with Northgate moving, there's going to be a vacancy down on La Habra Boulevard. I know there's limitations to what City Council can do and what the city can do, but what would you do to help, if you get elected, what would you do to help invigorate or entice economic development in the community?
Actually, that's my favorite subject. So actually having the housing is a plus. That is what's going to drive the new businesses to La Habra. So with the revitalization that's happening, we want to make sure that the right businesses come to La Habra. You know, as we were discussing before, you know, about the night out and places for people to go during the day. We want that to be a good fit, because a lot of businesses function differently now than they did years ago. You know, you don't see the big law offices. Usually, you know, it's a shared office space. With the brick and mortar, it's more of a place for people to go and see the merchandise and touch and feel, and then carry it on online from there. Or if it's a small business, a lot of times it's out of the home. So those are things to factor in. Also, mixed use would be something that I would look into, so that we could fill those areas. And then again, you know, just working closely with our community development and bringing those businesses in and talking to the community as far as what type of businesses they would like to see here.
Yeah, that's always a challenge, but it's one of those things that, you know, people want to see big stores, but then it might not really be a fit, or it might be a burden once it actually comes in, or, you know, you got to, it's that balance of trying to find something that fits the community.
Right, because I want to see that develop just like everybody else that's driving, you know, through La Habra. Because, you know, yeah, it is concerning when you see those empty buildings. But I believe if people are patient, that we will have the right businesses here, and it will revitalize our community.
That's good, yeah. Last question. What's something that that the community might not know about you that you might want to share about let the community know who you are?
Okay, well, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I am a grandmother of 6. I believe I'm honest, fair-minded, and have common sense. All of which are assets to serving on the council. I'm a good listener and tend to weigh things out. So what I always consider in any decision concerning the community is the decision I'm making the best decision for La Habra? And that is what I will base my decisions on.
That's good. That's really what it boils down to anyways, I guess.
Yes.
So, all right, that's all we have time for. Dawn, thank you for chatting with us.
Thank you, Jay.
And good luck in November.
Thank you.